Oh, poor Lou. Tom Oliver, a.k.a. Lou Carpenter, joins us now, and welcome to you. I know, but that's why he wades in with both feet every time,
Absolutely,
doesn't he?
yes.
He's always been the same, right back in 1988 when he first went on to Ramsay Street, and he busted into this wedding, but that was in 88. We're now in 2012.
Yes.
Did you ever think for a moment back then that you would be the longest living
No,
resident
absolutely
there?
not. No, because my original contract was for 6 months with a 6-month option on their side. And, I couldn't find the exit door, so I'm still there.
So there you are.
Well, even though I think it was 1996 that there was a
98.
Was it 98? Because there was going to be a break, wasn't there? There's this huge public outcry.
Well, what happened was there was a script producer who felt that she couldn't, and the team could not do any more with the character of Lou. And they called me into the office on a Tuesday, which rather ticked me off, instead of the end of business on Friday, and told me that they were dropping Lou. So I got home that evening and I poured a couple of glasses of wine and I said to the wife, look, sit down, honey, they made me redundant today. And she said, you sit down, they made my whole company redundant today. The people she was working for. So I thought, I must do something about this. So I checked the time in England here and I rang Woman's Own magazine, who had just done a cover of Caroline Gilmer and I with the newborn baby. And I said, do you want an exclusive? So I told them this story of what happened that day. And then I rang Inside Soap and said, do you want an exclusive?
You stir it.
Can I just say, that's exactly what Lou would do in that position.
Yes.
Are you more similar than we realised?
I mean, but it worked.
It worked, yes, yeah. And I'm still there. And those other people have left.
Moved on, see
You survived.
You grew up here, didn't you?
I'm from Fareham in Hampshire, yes.
And
all
so,
the way up from Fareham, my dear.
what took you from Fareham? How did you end up in Australia?
I was in the Merchant Navy at 16, but I grew up with horses. I was too big to be a jockey, as I wanted to. But then I discovered Australia in the Merchant Navy, and on my third trip there, I jumped ship and had 3 years up way out in the bush on sheep and cattle stations when they just used horses and not helicopters and motorcycles as they do today, they must have. On these huge stations, 44,000 acres was one.
Wow.
That must have been amazing.
And it was, for an 18-year-old, that was just one massive adventure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I worked my way back to England on a ship. I went out to the nuclear testing base for a year with the NAFI, tried to hitchhike overland to Australia again, and finished up in India with hepatitis and flown right back where I started from.
Have you written a book?
I think you should. Speak to the girls. They've got good contacts.
Well, it's probably already in their bag, I would have thought.
Then I went out as a 10-pound pom in 1963.
Did you really?
Wow.
And so to have something that is such a great foundation as Lou in your life must be great. Great fun, great... I mean, it's been hugely varied, and I would have thought, as I said, great fun.
Well, when I was first offered the role of Lou, I immediately thought of a role I had played about 30 years earlier on a show called Number 96 in Sydney, which changed the face of Australian television because we touched on subjects that were just verboten, you know, incest, homosexuality, all those sort of things. And it opened up a whole new range. But I played this character called Jack Sellers. And when I did not like the show when I first saw it. It was, they sent me the script and I thought, look at the big print, it says, Jack gives big dirty laugh. And I decided to send it up a bit, and I thought, who's got the dirtiest laugh I know? Sid James.
Sid James.
And so when I was offered Lou years and years later, Lou is rather like the son of Jack.
Yeah.
So I brought the laugh with me.
That's the one.
Congratulations last night, by the way.
Thank you very much.
You won it was the Best Daytime Soap Award, wasn't it? Inside Soap Award, so congratulations. Was it a good night?
It was a very pleasant night, yes, lovely people.
It's great to have you here, and thank you so much for coming in. Neighbours, of course, weekdays at 5:30 on Channel 5, and you don't do much, so we appreciate that you came in to see us today. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.